My friends, welcome to Talk Casual. We're broadcasting live here in the Outer Rim at Tez's Games. To the left of me is the dancing monkey himself, Ian.
And I still didn't load the gift sub. Missed opportunity.
And of course, I'm the Grandmaster of Salt, Ariel.
Under the sea. I'm going to get all the Little Mermaid songs up for you, I reckon.
All right, Ian, What do we got tonight?
So tonight we are basically talking about, what do we got? Who's got Primes? Is it Primes?
Primes, yeah.
Is that what it's called? We got
the old regional, so
the old regional, is that what it is? Okay, so I'm just going to call them regional. We've got a list of, we're probably going to rechange back to, they've already changed the name back to Store Champs, haven't they?
No, Store Champs is the same. Regionals is now Primes. Nationals is Grands.
It's never Store Champs. They changed it to something else.
They always kept it to Store Champs.
Was that X Wing?
Yeah, the X Wing.
I thought the Store Champs name disappeared though.
Forget about, we're talking about Armada.
Okay.
It's Armada in the other game.
So it's Armada's show in case people didn't realise.
We can talk about X Wing, but
we might talk about X Wing if we find the motivation.
If anyone wants to ask an X Wing question,
ask the X Wing question, put it in the chat. We will answer happily.
Definitely.
Yes, Star Vipers rule. So yes, we got that. We are going to talk about something else. Oh yes, about upcoming tournament. Yep. And some interesting news may have dropped for some of you Imperial players. Not so good news for us Rebel players.
You've got your big bulky.
I know. We got a big hammer coming.
Yeah, the Tomahawk.
The Tomahawk, yep.
So,
yep.
The Starhawk.
Tomahawk. The Tomahawk. Yeah.
It looks like one.
Jam through some things. So let's start off with. Let's just go straight into the article on the Onega.
Oh yes.
Here we go. This hammerhead shark looking sort of thing.
Delicious.
Which I think people are already talking about putting like googly eyes.
Googly eyes, yeah. Chris.
Googly eyes. Was that Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. It was Chris, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it was Chris, but
it was Chris, or was it? I thought it was Josh. Was it Josh?
One of them. No, it was Spiv. It was Spiv.
Spiv did. Yeah, that sounds like a Spiv thing, doesn't
it? Spiv.
So we have an Onega class Star Destroyer coming out, which can do. What can it do, Mars?
Well, it has a super weapon on the front.
A super weapon, you say?
Yes, it has.
How super is this super weapon?
Very super. It can fire from past long range.
Long range.
Yep. So this ship is not the greatest with its tokens. It has a brace and a redirect, and then a salvo.
And 2 spare salvo tokens.
2 spare salvo tokens because now they did specify on the chat on the FFG live stream of the ships that there'll be generic cards, non-faction specific generic cards that you can put onto other ships that can equip salvo.
The salvo token as well.
So this is why you get the extra salvo token.
So I can put the salvo token onto my TRC Corvettes.
No, hopefully not.
Well, it won't matter because it matters because salvo goes off before you die, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So unless there's something that can prevent you from attacking,
it's only your rear arc.
So I get 1 red die. But if you're gonna pop my Corvette before it dies, well, I can return with 2 hits before I pop. So,
yeah, true. You can TRC that. Yeah.
TRC that. So, but then again, it depends on how much it costs. But
yeah.
Anyway,
and again, we don't know what slot it takes, how many points it is.
That's the thing. Yeah, it might take a slot that's not. Like, what if it takes a gunnery slot, for example?
Does it have a defense? Now, I think it's going to be a defensive retrofit. Does the Corvette have a defensive?
The defensive retrofit, is that the boosted comms one?
Yeah, the boosted comms.
No, it can't. Corvettes can't take that, so probably not. Yeah, I think we were talking about that the other week.
We're discussing
slot will it take?
Is it going to be a defensive and an offensive retrofit?
It will probably be a defensive.
Defensive is ECMs. Offensive is boosted comms.
So it'll be an offensive one.
Yeah.
I believe it'll be an offensive one.
Yeah.
Then you got cluster bombs. What do they go in?
Cluster bombs go in the defensive.
Who uses cluster bombs?
Terry uses
Terry uses cluster bombs, doesn't he? Cluster bombs.
Oh.
This is a good one now.
I think it's a defensive. But think about what's the
There it is, cluster bombs.
Yeah.
So there's precedent. Cluster bombs is already in there, but that's against a squadron.
But what's the counter is in offensive.
Yeah, it's in offensive as well.
Quad laser turret.
Quad laser turret. So more than likely, this is the slot it's going into.
I say so. Like with decaps as well. So.
Yeah, you got die caps in there. Yeah, I know, because some ships would probably. Is there a ship that could? Are there many ships that could take die caps and salvo? Like a thinger? Like what ship would you put that on? I don't think it would matter anyway.
Not really. There's
Yes, it would, because if it's your printed, you have blue dice and you're printed, you can roll those long range and you have burnt die caps that round.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, you're not adding dice. It's
No.
your printed arc. You're just increasing the range of them.
Correct.
So, yeah, a ship that could take both die caps and salvo. Ooh, if salvo goes into this slot, but you're not going to give up ECMs.
No.
So, in other words, it's the only ship that would do it correctly. Would probably be. Let's have a look. What's that?
Hello, Silver Anarchist.
Hello, Silver Anarchist.
You need some help.
You need some help indeed.
You
You're trying to
do.
fly 3 Star Destroyers. Of course you need help. Okay, so the only ship that could possibly pull off that trick, and it'll probably be a waste.
Quasar, yeah.
A Quasar. To get one
Yeah,
blue
no.
die orange? No, you're not going to do it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Is there anything else that could possibly do it?
The Super Star Destroyer.
One of the Super Star Destroyers?
We can't take decaps.
You can't take die caps on it?
No, because it's a small, medium ship, so...
Yeah, you can't do that. Small to medium. Yeah, no, Salvo's going to get... Anyway, getting sidetracked by Salvo.
Yeah.
Getting sidetracked by Salvo. Yep, so we should get rid of... What is with this chat? There is messages coming up in chat, but there's nothing in the chat. Well, there's Terry in the chat. I don't know, that's just weird.
All right, so let's have a look back at the ship.
Anyway, let's go back to the ship.
Yes. Let me just...
Back to the ship. Here we go. Oh, no, we're talking about that later. Okay, back to the ship. So, we are looking at the... Here we go. We've got that lovely salvo ability there. The way this thing shoots. So, you got this little token you see here in the middle of the screen.
It's ready to display messages for some weird reason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Restream.
So just...
Restream's having issues.
Yeah, close it off, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll have to close it. I'll do it later.
All right.
I'll leave it up there and let it affect people's OCD.
So, the Ionica comes with an ignition.
Ignition. That's an interesting term they used, ignition.
So, yeah, basically, how ignition works is you move, then you drop the token.
Let's drop the token.
Drop the token.
Yeah, so you put the token down.
Now, depending on what
And when you
cannon
put
you
this
have,
token-
it depends on what token you have, because if you have no cannon, it has to be close.
Yep.
But one of the cannons say blue range, one of the cannons says red range.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you have actually a quick read of it there, it
Well,
does...
I'll look at the cannons in a minute. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get down there in a second. So, in this example here, they're using the one of the cannons that looks like you can put it out to medium range.
Yeah.
And then when you want to fire that special attack, it's again in arc, and then you measure...
Yeah, in that
the
special
distance.
arc too.
And in that special arc. Now, you don't get to roll the full amount of dice you have here, just whatever the ruler says you are.
Yeah, so he's in medium range, so
So you have his dice armament of
Yeah.
his special attack.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at some
So we've got the Ionica class test beds. So
test bed. Yep. So that is like 4 red dice long range. That
4
is
red
pretty
dice and
sweet.
3 black dice.
3 black dice long range. That's pretty good.
It's decent.
4 red dice long range, and what? You're going to throw in... I remember seeing someone said they're going to put Nita on this.
Yeah, Nita.
Sacrifice the salvo
Actually, you
token.
can't put Nita on this one because this is...
can't?
No, because you can't put TRC. Oh, you can.
Yes, not this one. Yeah, correct. Let's
You
go.
can put Nita on it,
That one.
but then you...
There's no use because you can't put TRC.
Correct.
So not the Ionica test bed, but we'll go with
got the
Ionica
Ionica
Super Star Destroyer.
Ionica class Star Destroyer.
Ionica class.
So the 7 Fleet Star Destroyer title can go on this as well
Really?
because it's a Star Destroyer.
It is a Star Destroyer. Yes. So it can't go on the other one.
No, it can't go on that one.
So it can't go on the test bed.
Correct.
But it can go on this one. That is interesting.
Yes.
They're both 5. There's no real difference.
So the difference is this one, instead of the engineering slot,
Yep.
it has the
The TRC slot.
TRC slot.
Are you going to do that though? Are you really going to sacrifice the salvo token for Nita?
It depends. It
TRC?
really, are you going to be salving with this ship?
Well, that's the question, really. Well, I suppose what's worth more to you, a TRC at that long range, getting those consistent 2 hits, or that your red dice, or doing 2 red die attack
Well,
with no
the
mods?
thing is, you need to have a look at the other cards as well, because at the moment we only got specific cards that would go well with the ship. So if you have a look at the actual cannon cards, then they'll give you a bit of a better indication of why you'll take TRC Nita on this.
Yeah. Okay. It's also got 2 squadron, 3 command, 3 engineering, so it's not too bad. Like
It's not too bad. The other
1
ones,
squadron. 2 squadrons always good if you got that extra. If you got that squadron command up your sleeve.
Yeah, but weak shields on the side and one less hull and a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, but look, you got 5 shields on the front. So I think all up and balances out. But having 5 shields on the front is pretty powerful because this thing's always going to be pacing.
No ECMs.
Forwards. No ECMs. Yes.
And 110 points. So cost of a Super Star Destroyer 1 for the Star Destroyer.
But you got that ability to roll that long range dice.
Yeah.
So, and that speed 0, which we probably
I'm looking forward to this. Now these are the special heavy weapons for the Onica itself.
Zoom in on that.
So this one is the orbital bombardment and particle cannons. So this is ignition long. So this can go. You can put the ignition token at long range.
Yep.
So ignition, red, crit. For each ship distance 1 of the defender suffers 2 damage, and each squadron distance 1 of the defender suffers 1 damage.
So this is why you take TRC to guarantee that crit.
Correct.
If you didn't want to take Screed.
Correct.
So Screed or TRC neither. Screed probably is better because you can just scrap it and take it. You don't have to lose the salvo token.
But you also the admiral of this General Ramadi goes well with the red dice.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
for 20 points, he gives an extra red dice.
Yeah, I suppose. So then you
TRC
20 points now. TRC now. I know you get an extra dice for that, but no, you're only losing 1 dice on obstruction, and the idea is to...
No, you don't lose the dice. Well, that's the thing. Damage. You add 2 dice.
No, I think if you take... you add 2 dice, but I'm just thinking if you take Screed to guarantee your crit effect.
Yeah.
Because you've got other ships in there to think about as well.
Yeah.
So it's hit or miss.
It depends on what your other ships are around you. So if you've got, say, Architons around you, you probably won't take Screed because you want probably... I'm not quite sure. It just depends on what you're running and what you feel. Like Ramadi would be awesome with Architons. Just hide them behind rocks.
Yeah, that's
shoot away.
Just shoot away.
Just shoot away. So, so this for 5 points...
Oh, look, that's a good one. Like for each ship at distance 1 of the defender suffers 2 damage.
Just splash damage.
Just splash damage. 2 damage, splash damage on the crit. Like that is powerful.
Yeah.
Like that's you bring down their transports.
Yep.
At distance 1. Distance 1. So that can be mitigated. Okay.
Yeah. It forces defender to fly a bit looser, but now
that works against yourself too.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not even faction specific. So
but again, you don't want to be shooting. You'll be ignitioning from long range. If ships come closer to you, then you'll probably use your normal armament.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
But that's the thing, you don't want to. Now this one for 7 points. So modification, ignition, medium
range. So can I put that token out to medium range?
Yeah. So ignition red. The defender suffers 1 damage. This occurs for each red or blue icon of the pool.
So if you get 3 crits, they're taking 6 damage.
Correct.
So you can brace your 3 down to 2, and then they're still going to take 4.
Correct.
Man, that is nasty. This is almost the one you want.
Yeah, but it is ignition medium, so it won't give you that extra long range compared to the other one.
Yeah, but you're still getting like that extra further bit of distance. Like it's not overly broken,
again,
but that is pretty sweet.
Screed or TRC to guarantee that crit.
It's what it is. You really want to guarantee that crit.
Yeah.
Like the only other thing is you got the let's go back over the list builder here for a second. Let's have a look at these. Gunnery.
But
Glades got a gunnery slide. This is one thing you've got. Where's that? Here you go. Weapon battery tech. While attacking a ship, you may change 1 die from accuracy to a crit icon.
Oh.
Yeah. So 5 points. And now this ship
it has double
gunnery slots.
Yeah.
Weapon battery techs. So it's double gunnery slots on one of those. So it's almost stupid not to take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's increasing your chances of getting more crits. It turns your blue dice into 50-50 crit. So it turns into 50-50.
Now remember, for this one, you need to actually trigger the crit. You need a red crit first.
You do need the red crit
because there's an ignition red crit.
Yeah.
If you have blue red crits,
but still that gives you 2. That gives you 2 crits on the red dice. So it depends what you're going to stick your gunnery slot on, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many gunnery slots do you? How many?
You're not going to put gun teams on this.
You're not going to put gun teams. I don't think gun teams works with a gun ship twice, does it?
No, the ignition. The super laser only fires once.
So you really only you're going to want to put under this thing. So things like weapon battery techs would be great.
Ordnance experts for if you've got the
ordnance experts, yeah. If you got the black one,
blue and black,
yeah. I'm not too sold on ordnance experts. Maybe even veteran gunners. That's
Fire
the only
control team.
Fire control team for the 2 crits.
Yeah.
You need to get a secondary crit effect though. You can resolve the normal
crit effect, yeah.
And that crit effect. So yeah, that can be pretty good. Veteran gunners, fire control, weapon battery tech. I think you're going to see these a lot.
Again, we don't know what extra cards.
Hang on. Center team. While attacking, you may exhaust this card to spend 1 die to change one of your dies to a phase with an accuracy. So blank red. So there you go. Change blank
center
to an
team.
Accuracy. Center team, weapon battery tech. So basically,
now, there is another.
That's 10 points to make a dice a crit.
Yeah.
But hey, if you got. Well, that saves you from having to take TRC neither.
Correct.
That's just as much. So
yeah,
the only difference is TRC got the chance to do more damage.
Correct.
Where this is pretty much going to guarantee the damage every time. And if you got, what is it, Ramadi? So you're getting Ramadi. You're getting 2 extra dice anyway, so you can afford to spend that 1 dice if you got the obstruction.
Now, let's go back to the cards.
Yep.
Go to the next one. Okay, so we've got Ramadi.
We'll see if we get
Okay.
Quickly over him. So we all know what this does. So obstructed, add a die. Don't lose a die, add a die.
Correct.
So it's adding a die.
For 0 points.
0 points. Yeah.
Free
he says 20. No, he's 0. You have to take an Admiral.
Yeah.
He is 0 points.
And for 0 points, I think that's awesome.
That is an awesome
And it's just not your ship, it's every friendly ship. So,
and we've had clarification on this too with things like Kraken and what's the Imperial crew?
Moffat. Yeah.
And how it works, if there's nothing, if there's no rock or ship obstructing the shot, then Kraken ability applies. You do not get to add the dice. But if there is a ship or an obstacle blocking the shot, Kraken's ability will not apply. So, it will not apply. So you do not lose a die, and you get to add the die. So if you're a Kraken player, like I was not a Kraken player at the moment, yes, you don't get the extra dice. They don't lose the extra dice if they're shooting through their ship or they're shooting through.
Has that been clarified by someone?
Yeah, Karnik went through and he explained the real reasons why. It's all in the wording. Yeah. If the attack is obstructed by a ship or obstacle, right there, it is obstructed by a ship or obstacle.
So what's this? Even if the card is also obstructed by card effect.
Even if the attack is also obstructed by card effect. Hey, that's new.
That's always been there.
Do not remove a die, even if the attack is obstructed by a card effect. I never once saw that written there. No, I think Kraken still works.
Yeah, well, hopefully there'll be an FAQ when this stuff comes out.
I think it's doubling. So you've got the ship or obstacle and the card effect as well.
Like if it's a card effect.
If it's a card effect as well is doing that.
Okay.
So it's already obstructed by card effect, but it's now also obstructed by. I just remember him. He explained it somewhere. I think he's probably going to do a video soon if he hasn't already. Karnik will explain it. But basically, Kraken works in the open, doesn't work while obstructed.
Okay. All right, we'll keep it to that. Until the FAQ, an FAQ comes out, an actual clear view from FFG, we'll take it from that.
It was on the Discord channel as well, and the way it was explained, it just made a lot of sense. So
now. This one.
This
is a gunnery team.
Gunnery Chief Valerian. So after you deploy, place 1 red die set to a blank face on this card. If you are the second player, set it to
any face instead.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So obviously going to set it to a double.
Yeah.
Or maybe a crit. Or maybe a crit. Could be a reason why you're a crit. Yeah. While attacking a ship, you may spend 1 die from the attack pool to exchange it with a die on this card. Both die remain set to their current faces. Now that little bit I love, because if you're going against the TRC Corvette and you roll 3 red die and you got I got a double hit, I got blank and blank. Let's just swap it for this other blank. And I'll save that double hit for later.
Correct.
That is great.
Correct. So yeah,
that is a great card.
Yeah. Also, if you say you get too many accuracies, you save.
This is the flotilla killer.
Yeah.
Because you set it to an accuracy.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to swap it out.
Basically, if you are first player, that's all right. I'll just swap it for later.
Yeah, you save that accuracy for later.
Say that. Too many accuracies? That's fine. I'll swap it for later.
Yeah. Oh man. Is there any other ship that take 2 gunnery slots on the Imperial side?
None at the present time.
I was going to say, if you had that in gunnery teams.
Yeah,
That would be broken. That and gunnery teams, cool. I got a really good roll into this ship, but I don't need that many hits to kill it.
Yeah.
So I'll just swap this dice around.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to kill that flotilla. Hey, I got an accuracy and I let that hit. Or that's
so this could be the second slot there.
Oh god, this is so great. That card is just so great. Yeah, especially when you want to roll a good die. This just also works again with Screed because add the blank, take back a crit, then spend that one to change your other blank into a double.
Yep.
Into a crit, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, save the crit for later.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a brilliant card. That is a very good card.
And a semi-decent female Imperial.
And another blonde. Yep. Mars had to go there. Yeah, Mars had to go there.
Hey.
Well, I got my Guri, so...
Now this one's interesting.
So, was it Riva
Riva Demise?
Riva Demise.
Demines?
Riva Demines? I don't know.
Someone will correct us and...
It was called a Riva.
Now this is interesting. I want your thought on this one.
Okay, so after you are declared as a target of an attack, if the defending hull zone has at least one shield remaining, you may exhaust this card to ready one defense token.
Yeah.
This is a great card for 4 points if you have nothing else to put in.
Okay.
How often you'll use it?
I want your thought on this.
Yep.
Can this replace Brunson on an interdictor?
No.
Okay.
No. Brunson's just too good.
Too good?
Yeah, because you're literally cancelling a die, and you could cancel an APT crit. You could cancel, a TRC double.
Yeah.
Like getting back your defense token. Yeah, okay, cool. You get to use your brace twice. That is great. That
3
is
times.
Pretty powerful. 3 times.
Interdictor.
Oh yeah, interdictor already. So 3 braces, but here's the thing to remember though. It's depending on what you're facing. If you're only facing against attacks of maybe like 4 or 5 dice each, your brace is only going to knock out 1 or 2 hit each time.
Yeah.
So that can work, but Brunson would still work better because you can cancel out the more critical and important dice.
No, it kind of got me thinking. I can shave 1 point off Brunson.
Yeah, look, if you're looking for points, it's an option. I still think Brunson's better because of what Brunson can do.
Yeah.
Brunson can completely nullify that powerful attack with torpedoes.
Yeah, especially like an APT.
Like a Radis bomb.
Yeah.
Radis bomb with those black dice that gets that gun has that 1 crit to do that APT on you.
Yeah.
It can just do so much better.
And I've always got shields on the interdictor, so that's...
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you've always got shields, so at least 1 shield remaining. Look, it's good. Hey, brace 4 times, like that's great. But
brace,
I still
brace redirect 2 times.
I still think Brunson will give you better odds. Look, take it. It's a cheap.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, give it a try. Like you can only try it. Like this. Like hell, even using redirect twice.
Yeah.
You use it 3 times.
Yeah, because
you can't use it twice.
That's the only problem though. When you have the interdictor, you only got those 2, that 1 brace, 1 redirect.
Yep.
And when someone starts locking them down, or someone keeps
that's the next trouble. Okay, you may ready your defense token.
Yeah, but
they might get an accuracy, and it's like, oh yay, I ready the defense token that I can't use because they got an accuracy.
Yeah.
Because they used this card, which gave them the accuracy to swap from their dice pool.
Yeah.
And then now I can't use that token I just ready. So, man, I wish I had Brunson because I could have cancelled the dice.
Yes.
So Brunson always works. This is good, but whether or not it always works. But you know what this would be great on? This would be a great 4 points to add to a flotilla.
Yeah.
Get your scatterback twice. That's where it really would shine on a flotilla.
Yeah.
If you want to have that, it's like putting 2 on a flotilla of ECMs. And then if you put this on the flotilla as well, I think that would work good.
You can't put ECMs on flotilla. You have to have tour on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Tour ECMs. So but you could do tour ECMs, or you could do this.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, okay.
If you have the points to do a tour ECMs, you could do this and possibly get just as much mileage.
Yeah, true.
Possibly, because it's 4 points. I think that's where we're coming good. To be honest, actually, this will work better on smaller ships than medium and large ships. Okay. This really would. It'd probably work good on Quasars.
Yeah.
But even again, Brunson. But I think smaller ships that want that evade token, maybe.
Yeah.
That want that evade token to last longer, perhaps, or
this could
TRC Architans.
Architans, yeah.
Architan. This would be great for a TRC Architan because you get evade back. You get to TRC, you evade, cool, you move, then they're going to shoot you. You don't have your evade, you now get it back, and you now get to use it. So this is actually a great for a TRC archetype. That helps to make them more.
So one gets leader, one
gets this. Yes. You know what? That would be good. Now you've got 2 TRC archetypes on the table that are effective and defensive.
Yeah, got a point.
I think that works. I reckon that would work. That would be a much greater. That would be much more powerful. You just want to make sure this is the one you activate first, so that way you can shoot.
Yeah.
And so that's where this card would be good. This is a good card. Not as good as Brunson on larger ships, but on smaller ships to get the evade, it's brilliant.
All right, cool.
That's my opinion. Here we go.
We move to the title cards.
Title cards now. Cataclysm. So after the start of the ship phase, you may spend 1 concentrate fire token to place your targeting token within your special firing arc within the range specific by one of your ignition keywords.
So again, the ignition word, remember that ignition word where it said medium or range?
All the fun
so when you move, when you need to place that token is after you've moved.
So at the start of the ship phase,
So Cataclysm bypasses that by getting by using a concentrate fire token.
This is a pretty good one.
Now, the only way you can shoot in the first round is either having Tarkin or getting a ship.
An objective that lets you get the concentrate fire tokens, like
correct.
precision strike.
Or you get a Comsnet Gazanti to place your concentrate fire token.
That doesn't have to start the ship phase though.
No, it doesn't start a ship phase.
You get round 2.
I'm saying if you want to shoot in the first round.
This could make Tarkin good.
Yeah.
Tarkin good because again, fortress in the corner, get your tokens up, and then hey, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta love that. Yeah, no, I like that. That actually works good. Well, even if you don't do it round 1, because even still round 1, if they're not setting up directly across from you, that whole ability to shoot them, then it's useless anyway. It's very rare to get that attack round 1 anyway.
Yeah. Now this one.
What is that? Sunder. So blue or black crit. You may discard this card to choose and discard 1. Was it defense or
offensive? Defensive.
Oh no, yeah. Well, you can see the symbol. Upgrade card equipped to defender.
Yeah.
This is expensive.
It's expensive, but wow.
It is wow.
So first shot, bang! There goes your ECM.
There goes your ECMs. Goodbye. Yeah. But that's pretty good.
Boom! There goes your TRC.
Yeah, I know, but it's like.
It's good. It's perfectly priced.
It's 10 points.
It's perfectly priced.
It's perfectly priced to the point where it's not
broken.
Auto.
Yeah.
It's not auto.
Yeah. It's not broken.
Like, see this one here, the first title, that's almost an auto, really. 5 points, that's really good.
It's a good one. It's
Without
a good
seeing what the third one is, that is great.
The third one's better, I'd say.
Yeah,
Michael.
I think the third one's probably the best one. This is great. You take this if you're running Screed. If you don't have Screed or a way to guarantee that effect every round, I think you spend 10 points for nothing. You only get to use it once.
Yeah, it's the discard. So you've got to be very specific on what you want to use this on. And what you want to target.
It really is like
like if you want to kill heavy iron in places, boom, you know.
Yeah, that's a good thing to kill.
If you want to kill APTs, boom.
Yeah, killing APTs is probably really great.
So demo comes.
Would you use to kill external racks?
Depends. Yeah, depends. Like it's.
You know what the problem is with this card though against the smaller ships like your TRC and that sort of stuff.
They can evade it.
They can just evade it.
Yeah,
they really can.
Blue or black. So you can basically.
We'll have to talk about that in a minute, actually, in terms of defending against his attack. But yeah, let's move on to the next
it's
one.
Still, if you are long range,
it's great. I think 10 points.
10 points is perfect price.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Now this one.
Here we go. So Raquel. While executing a 0-speed maneuver, that's all I need to read because 0-speed maneuvers. That's basically it. While executing a 0-speed maneuver, you can resolve clicks of your value at speed 0 and treat that as having a yaw value of 1 for that maneuver. 4 points to sit in the corner and say, come at me, bro.
Yeah, 4 points.
Cool. So I'm going to take this and interdict it with, Station Assault, Contested Outpost, and Purgle. One with the Purgles.
Have you been reading my list?
No, I know how you think. It's not hard. It's really not hard. So yeah, just sit in the corner, come at me, bro. I'm just going to say speed 0. I'll just put the interdict speed 0.
General Ramadi, Grab shift.
Yeah. Grab shift. So this is where you get rid of. So you won't do this, but you get rid of targeting scramble or interdictor, and you take the deploy at speed 0 token.
Yeah.
You put that opposite you.
Yeah.
And you put you sit yourself in the corner with your objectives. You pull towards you. Your opponent's going to have to set over the side unless they want to deploy at speed 0, which is unlikely, unless they have a way of getting nav tokens and jumping fast. And yeah, it's come at me, bro. I'll just gather the points and come at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened.
That happened. So it's interesting though. I think this is something we'll have to talk about this, I think, a bit later about FFG. It's rather interesting that encouraging Fortress play at the moment in Armada.
Yeah, like
there is.
If
so
you look
much,
at X-Wing, X-Wing, they banned Fortress.
They try to do
no
fortressing out, but in this they're doing everything they can to put fortressing in. Now I've got thoughts on that. We'll probably dive into that a bit later. But yeah, I think that's everything with the ship. So I'll just zoom back out of this again. So the thing I want to talk about. So now with this attack.
Yep.
Now when you are defending.
Yes.
You are defending this range band, not this range band.
No. You are still defending that range band.
The long range band from the ship.
You still get your evade tokens.
I can be black dice range in here.
Yep.
At long range of their ship, and I still get to use the evade token.
Correct.
Okay, that was the only thing I was curious about.
They talked about that on this stream.
Yep.
You still get to use your defensive tokens.
See, that's where so talking about that then, if that's the case, then when you've got the... Which one?
You want to go back?
No, let's go all the way around. Was it this one? Was it this one? Who are we talking about?
Which one are you talking about, Ian?
That crit we were talking about. The black crit or something.
The splash damage, or the one that gives you...
Some of these two looked at. So the defender suffers damage. This occurs for each red or blue. See, there you go. Okay. So we're talking about this one here. Was it this one or was it something else? Was it... I've lost my train of thought on. Maybe it was with this. Maybe it was with this card. Adding in that crit. Get the effect.
Yep. For starters, you for your Corvettes, your evade will work, and you can cancel one of the crits out. Yeah. But the thing is, it can be. It needs a. I think one of them needs a blue or a red crit. So it can.
But you can cancel out the blues and reds. You can cancel out those crits that you need to.
Yeah, it can. It is powerful, but it's not overly powerful where you can't use your defensive tokens.
Yeah, because if you look at the dice are just rolling, that's almost the best. I kind of like this one more. Just
But that's the thing, you can't use the laser one for this one.
The turbo because you can't take the turbo laser, but you can. You're taking this one. You take that one,
but you don't get your blue. You don't get your blue dice.
You won't get your blue dice. So let's go to the one with the blue die. There we go.
And that's a bit weaker with the blue dice.
So it's long range, 2 blue dice. So to get that blue crit off or whatever it was, I think it was. It's like all those blue crits. It's like, yeah, you're only going to get 2. Unless you concentrate fine with a third one, get lucky to get that. Like, you can still evade that. Yeah, okay, it's good, but this is great, but this is not broken.
It's not broken, no.
It's really not broken.
It's going to take some time to get used to. Plus, it also, the other cards in the pack as well, we need to see what's in there as well. Because there's going to be other cards that are going to affect what is going to be put on.
Yeah, so I don't think all the cards that are coming in are in this opening.
It's only, there's 15 cards in this pack as well that
a lot of cards. The thing I want to know is too, so when you're firing those ignitions, okay, cool. So I'm now in, so this Corvette will say here at long range, I can still give you the ignition attack, can't I? Like, what's the minimum distance for an ignition attack?
At any range.
At any range, so even at close range.
That's the thing I'm trying to figure out.
Even at close range, you can still do an ignition attack. Like, it's the way it's got these.
As long as you can
you're in range of this token.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Now, I don't know if you can put it at close range. It depends on...
Well, you don't need to put it at close range because this ship only has to be on this side of the token. It's doing distance one of it. So,
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You can.
I thought there should have been like a minimum distance, perhaps, because
I think there is. Again, we'll have to.
Again, would it really? Because you stick. You put your finger in a barrel of a gun. You pull the trigger. The bullet's going to come out and kill you, isn't it? So.
We'll have to wait till the ship comes out and the actual rules are explained a bit better. Because a lot of people do still have a lot of questions about what the ship does, and the stream did kind of cover some of the things, but not all of it.
All of it. Yeah.
But it covered a little, as much as probably is. Enough to whet the appetite on what the ship does and what it can do, and believe it's pretty good. I would love to see how the ship flies.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So
that's the Onega, people. No,
that's the Onega.
So unfortunately, of course, great FFG as always they are. They've delayed the ships now. So
it's coming in January.
now.
So Santa ain't putting in my stock in this year.
No Tomahawk, no Onega.
Yep.
So great job, FFG. But at least they told us.
At least they told us we were informed. Look, so that's the important thing.
We've got our SSD. We've got our Rebellion, the Rim. That's another couple months more away.
Yeah, we waited how long for the SSD?
Yeah.
I've still got to put my Rebel version out too on the table.
Yeah, so we've waited enough, so we can wait a month.
We can wait a month?
Yeah, cool. That's fine.
Awesome. All right, so
what's next?
Moving on, we will quickly talk about some details. This is just quick housekeeping, you might say.
Yes.
We have had Mars here has been hassling the guy who takes care of who gets the regionals.
That's what the minister does.
Primes regionals.
Yeah.
Regionals prime.
I got a bit salty one day. I wanted to know what happening was with the regionals.
What's happening with the regional / prime / big tournament sort of thing to go play.
Yeah.
So in Australia here we have 9 confirmed stores that are getting kits sometime in between now and February. So the window to play the primes is between now and February.
Correct. Yes.
So
yeah, well, that's the thing. The window is opening now, and no one's got
the kit.
No one's got the kit.
We're still waiting on the Nationals kit,
and no one got told who got the kits, who got the green light to run them. So I thought you might ask the question, and you got to reply.
So for those of you in Australia listening at home, so who haven't seen this post yet, Tabletop Warfare. That's South
Australia.
Yeah. The Games Cube. That's
New South Wales. Yeah.
New South Wales. Yeah. Irresistible Force. That's Queensland. Tezza's Games.
Us.
That's here or him. We're just monkeys who sit in the store.
Yeah.
I'm still rethinking my life.
He's rethinking at least. He might compete. Games on Cards and Games.
I think this is the Bathurst store. I could be wrong, but
Games on Cards and Games.
Yeah, I think it's the Bathurst store. I have to double check.
Interesting name. Games on Cards and Games.
Wide Unplug is the guy.
Wide
Canberra.
Unplug Watson.
Canberra.
Good Games Newcastle.
Yeah.
Good Games Adelaide and Good Games Bondi Junction. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that we got? How many?
9.
One? No, we got 1 in Victoria, 2 in South Australia.
Yep.
2 in Queensland.
2 in Queensland.
And that's 6.
No, one in ACT.
1 in ACT.
1 in
4
Queensland.
In New South Wales.
4 in New South Wales.
Yeah, 4 in New South Wales. So you guys a bit of a spread of them around. Sadly, WA didn't get one. What's going on, WA guys? I thought you might have had some.
Yeah.
Did anyone come in from WA? I don't remember anyone saying that from WA.
No WA players.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, you think WA players. WA players.
South Australia's about as close as any big national event has ever gotten to WA, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe we should try and find a store over there and see if we get nationals in WA next year. I wouldn't mind a trip to WA. I could drive across Nullarbor. You know,
let the minister work on that one.
You work on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You can work on that one. And then, the other thing we want to talk about is the sector fleet we have coming up on...
the 14th
December.
So we have an Armada tournament on the 14th December, 600 points. We're doing this time just for someone.
Yep, 2 player, 600 point game. So 600 point game. And that's really about it. I don't think there's anything special about it.
No, basically the same rules as sector fleets. Again, you're allowed 3 flotillas in this game.
Yep, that was some discussion we had earlier today.
Yes, apart from 2, but the same rule applies. It can't be can't put admirals on them, and so forth.
All that sort of fun stuff. So you will not be using the extended in this one. Just be the standard setup.
Standard setup.
And scoring is 0 to 900 for 6.5. Yeah. 100 to 229 for 7.4. 220 to 359. Then 360 to 494. Anything over 500.
Yeah. So good fun.
Yeah, good fun.
We have 3 rounds of 600 points. I'm kind of set what I'm taking. So
I'm still up there. Yeah, like I said, you've probably got an ISD, Nitvictor, and SSD, and 2 flotillas and some squadrons. That's what you do because you've got 200 points to add to your current list, and you're going to probably put in like 200 points of Superstar Destroyer. I mean, you can't, can you? Because the cheapest one is 250. So you'd have to take that and Interdictor and then probably some Architons with TRC. Yeah. I don't know. If it was an 800 point, you could probably do it. Maybe just bring more Star Destroyers, who knows. Hey, should we do a rule?
Mm-hmm.
It's not too late to do this. How about we do a rule of big ships only?
Big ships only.
Because I know this is probably scouting. For
This will stop you though.
Trash and I we're going back and forth on some big ship lists, so we're probably going to do maybe a 600-point game, me and him, next week. Hopefully he can. I just want to do a 600-point game with like a bit of a fun list I've sort of come up with. We're doing like trying to fly as many of these big ships in lists as you can with these larger formats, as opposed to just, I can just line it up with, TRC.
It's a shame that the Starhawk won't be out for our tournament.
I don't know. That'd be nice.
You have failed again, FFG. No, it's all good. We're fine. We're all fine.
It means we've got time to play with before primes.
That's it.
Oh, God. Oh, it's going to be in before regionals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the regionals. Maybe we should get the regional booked in before that happens.
Well, it'll be up to our store.
Derek, book a regionals for us, can you? I'm not working this weekend if you could. How much the bribe for this weekend?
Prize kit.
Yeah, prize kits.
Yeah, we'll wait for them.
See what happens.
So that will be on the 14th of December. So a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, I can't find the page, so we'll go. That's it. The only other thing I wanted to bring up was what I was touched on before, and that it's kind of interesting what FFG is doing. Like I said, something I mean thinking about. They're doing a lot of fortress play style at the moment.
Yes.
I'm finding this interesting. I'm trying to work out, like, you look at the objectives we've got now that are coming out. I'm going to bring this up. So, let's talk about these nav, because what we've got some of these new funds, like Doom Station. You could probably use one of that, but hyperspace migration. When I played against Trash the other day, I pretty much sat in the corner and scored all the points and kind of fortressed.
Yep.
And won the game. Even though he killed enough of my stuff. You've got... Oh, God, I can't remember what all these do. But your hyperspace migration, in your defense one, what do we say? Contested outpost, which, it's always been there, I suppose.
Yeah.
And your station assault.
Yep.
And there's another one too. Station assault. It's not so much surprise attack. I think it might have been Rift assault or something. I know, I've got to read all these.
Rift ambush?
Maybe Rift ambush. I've got to read through all these again. I should be more prepared for this, but I didn't think we were going to touch on this. But it seemed to be interesting that there's a lot of fortress tactics, especially in terms of things with interdictors, especially with the Imperials having that ability to go speed 0.
Yeah.
I know the Starhawk has something for speed 0 too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So they can kind of do the same sort of tricks. But I'm trying to work out if this is both a good and a bad thing.
What's the problem? They can't spend defense tokens.
They can't spend defense tokens, but it's encouraging to stick in the corner for 2 rounds. Starhawk can. Starhawk does have that ability to do it with an upgrade card. There's an upgrade card.
But naturally they can't.
Naturally they can't.
Yeah.
But there's an upgrade card that lets them do it. Now the problem is that you're going to have 2 rounds where nothing's going to happen. Another 2 rounds where maybe even 3 rounds. When one side's going speed 0 in the corner, and the opponent's ships have speed 2, like that Onager. Okay, the Onager's probably a poor example, but victories.
Onager's got speed 3.
Victories, MC80s.
Yeah.
Speed 2 quasars, the squadron pushes. Yeah, they're not really going to be able to do anything.
No.
In a speed 0 match, especially with a bit of poor deployment. So I'm not really liking that. It's this fortress play is going to push those slower moving ships out a little bit, I believe. Actually, I think the Quasar goes speed 3.
Look,
it's more the interdictor and
the Victory has Harrow now.
It has Harrow, but that's one. It's good. I know. You got to take it to do it, but I'm just feeling like I don't know if I like this idea of fortressing in the corner.
Pickles are going to hurt.
Pickles are going to hurt.
But then you do squadron.
So pelters. They're hurting enough as it is.
Yeah.
Mind you, pelters are awesome. Yeah. I do love pelters. But yeah, they're just kind of really hurting, and I'm trying to work out is this actually a good thing? And I kind of also started thinking, well, this probably is a good thing, because what it's doing, it's forcing combat.
Yeah. That's the game's about.
It's forcing combat.
It's not about running away.
Yes, the game is about running away, Terry. Yeah. This is the thing which I'm trying to work out, is that do we want this? And the thing which I'm kind of wondering is what's going to happen when people do gear fleets with the slower moving ships to Fortress. They lose the bid against somebody else who's going to Fortress, and then it's going to be one of those games where it's like, oh, great, so I'm not going to get you. You're going to be stuck in the corner, especially with the Onager, just snipe away.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to work out, it's good. It's going to force combat, but at the same time, I don't know if I like this sort of thing. It's going to stop people from the ability to run away because you can't have a list now which is going to be good at possibly maybe just running.
Yeah.
But I don't know about this whole fortress move they're moving towards, like especially with the Imperials, because Imperials now can just do it so well with the interdictor, being able to move all those objectives everywhere, bring them closer to your side, like the tokens, you know what it does. The interdictor can do all sorts of shenanigans. You got
the thing is, new ships are always going to change the meta.
They'll change it, but it's not so much. But it's not. If it was just the ship, it's not a problem. It's the fact that the objectives are pairing too well with those ships. That's what I'm saying. Like almost all the new objectives just paired so well with interdictors.
Yeah, true. I understand where you're coming from, and it's a new playstyle that kind of looks a bit daunting. But again, things change all the time. Like
I know it does. I'm just not too sure if this is a positive change. Like this, like people would complain over slow play. They'd be complaining over, God, squadrons take so long and this sort of stuff. And now I'm just wondering what's going to happen now when the playstyle is going to be cool. I'm just going to sit in the corner. Come at me, bro.
Well, it's always happened.
I know it's always happened. It's always been a thing. But now it's abusive. Now there are, like I said, there are objectives that do it. Like if you've got, I don't know, if you've got the right slow play list and the right objectives, and you've got that bid, and your opponent is, he's built for everything else but a slow play list, or maybe he's not experienced with how to deal with it.
You know what's going to happen? People are going to take fast lists.
Oh, no, they'll bring fast lists.
They'll bring the TRC Corvettes. They'll bring their Krakens.
Yeah, no, but I want to stop playing those.
I know. But
I want to stop playing those because I'm beating everyone too easily.
All right, bring your liberties in.
I know.
Speed free, engine text.
No. There are solutions.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I just don't know if it's the way which I'm happy it's going though. That's the only thing. Maybe people just won't do it. Maybe no one will want to do a sit in the corner list, but that's just the way my brain's thinking. I'm almost thinking just, I'll just sit in the corner and just win a tournament. Like, this guy likes a submarine. He likes to purposely lose his first round and go and pounce a bunch of bunnies and then win.
See, that meme will work. It's
yeah.
But unfortunately, it's going to happen. It's going to be a ship.
Oh, it is.
It's going to happen. It's coming.
So let's remember, it's the old thing when how upset everyone was with the Akbar fish farms.
Yeah,
it was the same problem. Basically, I almost pretty much changed the rule set to kind of help that out.
It's like harpoon missiles. Remember they came out and just
there's nothing wrong with them.
There's nothing wrong with it. See, some people would say that. Then some people say it'll be totally broken. So look,
I'm not saying it's broken. I'm just saying it's going to create a situation where nothing's broken. None of it's broken. Everything can be counted against. But I'm just looking at it and thinking, man, this is just going to encourage fortress list building. And I'm just kind of like, we've got such a large board and we're all going to play in such small areas of it. I don't know. Maybe you're just happy because all these fortress builds favours the Imperials more.
Basically, yeah, that's it.
So that's your bias against it.
That's right. Yeah. That's right for me. I'm mostly happy about this.
Yeah, because you are just going to have the interdictor on the go and sit in the corner and say, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. And then I'll have to get out my bloody Kraken Corvette list and then I'll have to sweep around the side and blow you apart with my TRCs.
That's it.
Maybe just bring a bunch of MC30s and bring all those torps and everything.
There you go. See? MC30s.
It solved the problem.
That's the thing. I know. It solved the problem. I think you're looking at very negatively, especially when the ship is not even out. Not all the cards are
like I say, it's just an interesting concept. It's not so much that this is going to be a bad thing. It's an interesting concept that seem to be moving.
It's a concept.
The upgrades, the ship abilities, and I don't know if FFG are aware that they did it or not. But if that's what I'm trying to get at, is this something that they're wanting the game to move towards? Do they want the game to move towards fortress play?
They don't want to move this.
Because that seems to be what they developed. They developed a game which encourages a lot of fortress play.
No, definitely not. Especially when you're after tournament points.
Yeah,
like a 6-5, you can stay on each other's sides and stop, but a 6-5 is not going to do any good for you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You take the station assault, contest outpost, and the one of the purpose.
Yeah, I understand.
You are getting an 8.
Yeah,
you don't get 8s for that.
Yeah.
So it's not 6-5. You're going to get an 8 just by sitting. 8 to 10 just by sitting in the corner.
Well, then go for the bid.
If you're getting a 6-5, I know, but then you've got to go for a bid. I know, same problem. You've got to go for a bid for this, a bid for that. Look, it's metagaming. It's annoying. The trouble is, I just don't know if I'm happy about the fact that it's you love it because it's your style.
That's it.
You love that style.
I understand.
I know you do.
I understand where you're coming from.
I'm quite happy to fly into it, but I just don't know why FFG, when you've seen them in the other game sets that they hate slow play and things like X Wing, but they suddenly decided that let's put Fortress play in X Wing. But let's put Fortress play in this game.
I don't know. They hate Armada. That's why. They want to kill off Armada. Let's put Fortress in. They hate Armada.
They're only bringing out a whole new Clone Wars area, so let's kill off Armada. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Again, we don't even know what Clones War is going to bring out too. So
that'll change.
That'll be a whole different thing.
I know. So the mechanics are still going to be roughly the same. Like, it's going to have a new fancy toy. It's going to have a new fancy this, but it's still going to be the same. It's still going to be fundamentally the same game. And now fortressing is going to end up by being a really big part of the game. I guess it was no different to like your Akbar fish farms, your Akbar hyperspace lanes. Yeah. The difference was though you had to keep moving. Yeah. Now you don't have to keep moving. No. You don't have to move anymore.
Well, the VCX has helped as well too with that, with the movements of tokens.
Yeah, the VCX has helped a lot with like.
So it's just an evolving.
No, it's evolving. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
You are saying it's a bad
good thing.
You're saying
I'm not saying it's a good thing, and I'm just wondering. This is going to create an interesting situation for list building now. That you're going to have to keep thinking about people who just sit in corners because they're no good at playing the game. They're just going to sit in the corner. That's their only tactic. Sit in the corner and submarine. Yeah.
See what I have to deal with, viewers?
He laughs because he knows it's true.
To deal with?
He knows it's true.
See what I have to deal with? He's still bitter about South Australia. He'll never let go of it. It's the truth. It's the truth. Unfortunately, things change. The Rebels are going to get this massive ship that is stronger than a Star Destroyer.
That moves slower than one.
They move slower than one, but it's a beast with that tractor beam.
Oh no, the tractor beam's good. Tractor beam is good, but it's also bad.
Imagine that. You get that close enough to the Omega and speed 0, go right, boom, speed 2, bang, front, blow up.
Yeah, I know. That's good. You gotta get close to it though. Look, the thing can take a hit, which is good.
That's it. It can take a hit.
6, what is it, shoot the front 14 hull or something? Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous. You're not killing that thing in a hurry.
Yeah, that I would play Rebels just to play that. Yeah. That's how cool that ship looks.
All right, so I'll borrow your Imperial stuff and sit in the corner, and then you can deal with the frustration of coming at me with a Rebel list.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine by me. I'm more than happy to deal with that.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just something interesting that FFG's really everything's focusing on that whole that Fortress play. Like so much stuff has just come out to encourage Fortress play. I just don't know why they're going in that direction. If Fortress play is something that they want. I don't know if it's something that they saw. I don't know. Maybe I'm just the guy who knows how to think about fortresses because maybe I'm just that guy. But I don't know. See what happens.
It's called defensive positions. So I presume something in Legion will be something. There'll be something in Legion towards that. Again, I don't know about Legion rules, but basically hunkering down. Building fortified positions. I presume there's something kind of objective like that in Legion. So, but a fleet being defensive in a game is real life too, like defending.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying.
Like also, like look at the campaigns. There's also defensive objectives that the planet helps you.
I haven't even read those yet.
So like I'm talking about Corellian conflict, like the Iron Cannon
conflict or the
Korean conflict. I'm just talking basically the Iron Cannon that helps you, or the extra.
Oh yeah, I know, but those things are that's not really much though, to be honest. Like it's extra 45. That's nothing compared to this. Like it's one extra attack and 40 fighters isn't really much.
Yeah. Again, there's going to be stuff that's going to change things.
Oh yeah. I know it's going to. I know.
And I know I know what you're thinking in, and yes, it can be exploited by the objectives, but players will find a way.
Oh yeah, I know they'll find a way. I'm just wanting to know, like, why is FFG going? I just want to know the reason why. That's what I'm just curious about.
Write them a letter. I don't know.
No, I don't write letters. I barely read.
Yeah, I know. We know it. We know it.
I ain't got time for reading.
Unfortunately, that's the way it's going to go. And if you like it or not, the ships are coming out. They're not going to change the ships.
Oh no, of course. I'm not asking to change. I'm just curious that are they playing it as a dangerous game? That's all I'm curious about.
We'll get one of the developers on next week, and we could ask
Can you
the
line that
question.
up?
Yeah.
You line that up. You line that up. If you can line that up, then we'll do that. All right, you see if you can organise that, Minister.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Cool. All right, that's all I got to say. So
Yeah, that's Ian's final thoughts. That's Ian's salt corner there, done.
I have spoken.
Watch The Mandalorian. Awesome stuff.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Next week we'll have more Armada action. Hopefully, maybe some X Wing as well, because there are some hyperspace trials coming up too.
Oh, they're coming up too again. Aren't
Yeah, they're coming back up
man.
too. So I think the X Wing guys will be back trying out their lists, and I might bring some X Wing too, just to see if I can
Yeah,
fly
I think
some.
I've got Guri Xenon 5 list over there. I've got to fly.
Oh, you went back into X Wing?
No, I've got a list there to fly. I'm not back into the big way though.
But anyways,
Armada's too much fun.
Armada X Wing will be back next Thursday with more streaming fun. And always remember too, we've got the Armada tournament on the December 14th. Ian, final words of your salty fortressing.
This is the way. I have spoken.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that guy's give up.
that would be awesome.
I should be the sign out for our show, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
We should do it at the start. It says, "This is the way."
This
and
is the
signs off. I have spoken.
I have spoken.
Yeah.
Ian has spoken. This is the way. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And remember, like, subscribe, and like us on Facebook, and fly casual.